Now, there are three big reasons why we won't see another stimulus check. And I want to be fair about this. So I know a lot of you want another stimulus check. I've been calling for a regular continuous stimulus check. As you watch this show, you know that I think like Canada and other members of the EU and Japan and Australia who've done regular, consistent $2,000 per month have helped them from going off an economic cliff. Germany is staying at a 5% unemployment rate. So having direct stimulus money in the hands of the American people to keep GDP from sliding off a cliff also is incredibly important, and to help you pay your bills and rental assistance and everything. But there are three big reasons why we won't see a check. I mean, if we see these jobs numbers come out at the beginning of July and they're favorable, and we're looking at a massive $20 trillion national debt that we're sitting on right now, there's a number of reasons why we won't see another check. Number one, it's just too stinking expensive. Where are we going to come up with this money? We're already not bringing in enough revenue. Federal government is way out of whack with the amount of tax revenue it's already bringing in. And then if the president wants a payroll tax cut, he has members of the Conservative Party right now looking at him saying, how are we going to do this? We can't afford another payroll tax cut. We need payroll taxes in order to fund our government. How are we going to pay for anything? How are we going to fund our defense budget? How are we going to fund Social Security? Where is this money going to come from? So the US government already approved and spent trillions in financial assistance as a direct response, including a second stimulus check could cost at least another $1 trillion. And if you believe what the president's saying, he wants, or Peter Navarro at the White House has said $2 trillion, and other sources now saying it'll sit somewhere between 1.2 and 1.5 trillion. Where is this going to come from? Senate Majority Leader has said he won't go above $1 trillion. I mean, I can't even believe we're having a discussion about trillions now. Like, billions isn't enough. The first round of stimulus check under the HERES Act was $300 billion to the American people. The $1,200 checks that you received, or some of you are still waiting for them, that was $300 billion carved out of the broader package. State and local governments crumbling, lack of revenue there as well. All of this adds up to one big ticket of debt. And, you want to talk about Rome burning, printing money like crazy, continuing to print money when the rest of the country is just going insolvent and the power of the dollar is crumbling. All you need to do is look at the dollar today. Look at the dollar today compared to the EU, the euro. And they were getting neck and neck there for a little while. Not anymore. Value of the dollar plummeting. So that exchange rate going way down again. So will we see another $1,200 stimulus check to the American people? I don't know. I think we absolutely need that. But where are we going to get this money from? So that's number one. That's one big reason we won't see another stimulus check. Number two, another big reason we won't see a stimulus check is, frankly, Republicans in the Senate don't support another stimulus check. I have yet to hear from any Senate Republican who is rah-rah for a second stimulus direct payment to the American people. Even those that are facing re-election are being cagey about it and sort of waiting and seeing till we see these jobs numbers. I want to remind you that these jobs numbers, as I said it before, I'll say it again, are one data point in a broader cornucopia of data points. The Federal Reserve has said the jobs report is also fairly inaccurate when those numbers come out, but they've said it's just one data point. How can you base this entire recovery on those faulty jobs numbers? Senator Mitch McConnell, the Senate Majority Leader, has opposed another round of direct payments to the American people. He says the cost is too high, and he wants to focus on other legislative priorities, including liability protection for businesses. Other senators have said the cost is way too high and said the second stimulus check should be targeted to those who would need it, such as Social Security recipients. Senate Republicans could support this broader package as an initiative to return to work, as a return to work bonus. So again, another reason why we might not see this stimulus check. They believe it's more of a political play, that it has broad political appeal, because then it can look like the president's coming in on a white horse riding in saying, hey, I saved you with this check. But Senate Republicans aren't so sure. They don't believe that it helps. They see a targeted approach to getting back to work as the way to have this stimulus check roll out. But what if your job is gone? No one will answer that question. The only person that will answer that question has been Larry Kudlow. When he was asked about where he sees direct payments coming from, he said he saw it as a direct payment to those in need the most, those people who lost their jobs. And I took that to mean that those people are not having their jobs come back anytime soon. That's the way I read it. How did you read it? Targeted approach to those who are most in need, those people who lost their jobs. Okay, that's what I think. And there's really a third reason that I think we will not see another stimulus check, because there are other big priorities in the package that take precedence over another round of direct stimulus. For instance, payroll tax cuts. That's what the president's been pushing hard for. A return to work bonus, which we just talked about. A $4,000 travel credit and an infrastructure plan, among other things. So trying to remove unemployment benefits so that's not hindering people from going back to work. Getting people back to work with a back to work bonus. A big infrastructure plan that can get roads, bridges, broadband, and 5G network set up. And that payroll tax cut, which the president has been pushing for, but Senate Republicans are not too keen about, because where are we going to get additional revenue to pay for anything? So I think there are three key areas right now why we might not see another direct stimulus check. And if these negotiations over the next few weeks, we'll see. I think it's on the table, but I think honestly it's one of the flimsiest parts of the table at this stage. What are the strongest parts of the table? Liability protection. That's being driven by Senate Leader Mitch McConnell. Liability protection for businesses so they don't get sued out of existence. That's one of the strongest parts of this negotiation right now. State and local government assistance. That's being driven by Nancy Pelosi in the House side and Democrats in the Senate. Those two big pieces. A payroll tax cut from the president. That the president wants this payroll tax cut. Another big piece of this. Reducing unemployment benefits that run out. That $600 tab, everyone agrees pretty much across the board that it's too costly. It's too much, and it's a disincentive for people to go back to work. They're happier just staying off work and getting that $600 additional on top of their unemployment benefits. Those, I think, are the strongest pieces of this right now, and some sort of a targeted back to work approach. I think the flimsiest piece, it's almost like you see those like tables at a coffee shop where, oh, we'll just extend that table and that one piece flips up, like that leaf, we can extend that table. I honestly believe that like $1,200 stimulus check is like this part of the table right now. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. It's not, to me, the strongest piece at all. Let me know your thoughts. Those are three key reasons why I think we might not see another stimulus check. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel and please join our daily newsletter. It's called the Morning Invest Newsletter. You can sign up for free. We have a link in the description below. It's totally free. It'll take you about 5 minutes in the morning to read the newsletter. We put a lot of work into it to kind of make, the stories that I think drive the financial news of the day. They're important to me. They're important to you. So please subscribe if you'd like to get that newsletter delivered to your inbox for free every morning. Thank you so much.